Today, you're about to step into one of the most astonishing stories in the world of numismatics, a journey into the heart of American heritage, minted in pure copper-nickel glory, and now valued in the billions. Yes, you heard that right. We're about to uncover the legendary tale of the 1980 Liberty 5-cent United States coin, a small piece of metal that has grown to represent a fortune worth $4.45 billion in the numismatic world. This is no ordinary nickel. This is a coin with character, with history engraved in its shine, with a past that echoes the sounds of hammers striking dies, of war stories, of a rebounding economy, and of a people determined to move forward. Sit tight, because this story will mesmerize, astonish, and maybe even inspire you to check your pockets or attic boxes for a fortune hidden in plain sight. The year was 1980. A time of transformation for the United States. Ronald Reagan was poised to take the presidential stage, disco was giving way to new wave, inflation was biting into the economy, and the Cold War was still shaping foreign policy. But deep inside the facilities of the Philadelphia Mint, a silent revolution was being stamped. The now iconic 1980 Liberty 5-cent coin was born. This 5-cent coin, commonly called the nickel, features the enduring profile of President Thomas Jefferson, America's third president and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Designed originally by Felix Schlag in 1938, this design had already served America for decades. But the 1980 version, particularly the 1980 Philadelphia Mint issue, would soon become a rarity that shook the foundations of coin collecting. On the obverse, Jefferson's noble profile stares into the future, strong, composed, and deeply symbolic. Above his head, the words, "In God We Trust." To the left, Liberty, followed by the year 1980, and the distinct P mintmark standing proudly for Philadelphia. Flip it over, and you're greeted by the breathtaking image of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, standing tall under the words, E pluribus unum, with United States of America, and 5 cents, etched with pride. But what makes this coin so legendary? Let's dive into the history, rarity, and jaw-dropping value that has skyrocketed this seemingly ordinary coin into the billionaire tier of collectibles. First, the circulation history. In 1980, over 593 million nickels were minted at the Philadelphia facility. A massive number, right? But here's the twist. Most of these coins were used and abused in daily transactions, vending machines, laundromats, bus fares. They were tossed in jars, scraped in pockets, and worn down by decades of handling. Very few survived in pristine condition, and even fewer were saved in mint state grades. A mint state 65 or higher 1980 nickel is incredibly rare today. And thanks to a surprising minting anomaly, where the dies created sharper than usual strikes, a small number of coins came out with crisp detail and flawless surfaces. These coins, once overlooked, have now become numismatic gold. But that's not all. Some versions of the 1980 nickel have shown up with die cracks, off-center strikes, and double die errors, rare minting defects that have only amplified their value. These unique variants are not just collector's items, they're investment-grade assets. In recent years, auctions have seen 1980 nickels go for astounding prices. One flawless MS-68 example fetched over $37,000 at a private auction. A double-die version sold for $52,000 in a bidding war between collectors from Singapore and Canada. The market is red hot, and today, when we calculate the collective estimated worth of 1980 nickels still in circulation or in collector hands, especially the rare era coins and those in near-perfect condition, the value soars beyond $4.45 billion. That's right. This little 5-cent piece now represents a total value that rivals the GDP of small countries. Who could have imagined that? So, why does this matter to you? Because this coin may be hiding in plain sight in your coin jar, in an old drawer, or inherited from a relative. Many 1980 nickels are still out there, waiting to be discovered by curious eyes and keen collectors. That's the magic of numismatics, turning ordinary moments into extraordinary treasures. If you find a 1980 nickel with sharp strike, original luster, no scratches, and clear details, especially one graded MS-66 or higher, hold on to it. And if you're lucky enough to stumble upon one with a mint error, you may be looking at a six-figure payday. And here's an exciting twist in the story. Recently, a previously unreported proof-like specimen of the 1980p Liberty nickel surfaced at a Chicago estate auction. Experts believe it could command a price of over $250,000 once authenticated. Collectors worldwide are now scrambling, hoping to catch lightning in a coin roll. The 1980p United States Liberty 5-cent coin is more than just a piece of currency. It's a legacy forged in metal. It represents American resilience, artistry, and unexpected fortune. It is proof that value lies not in what something is worth today, but in what story it tells and how that story inspires curiosity, discovery, and adventure. So the next time you hold a nickel in your hand, look closely. That humble coin might be your ticket into the billion-dollar club. If you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatic history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more hidden coin tales, millionaire metal stories, and timeless treasures from American minting history. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or want to know more about others like this. Next video play. Today's episode is going to blow your mind as we dive deep into the story, secrets, and staggering value of one of the most fascinating coins in United States history, the 1982 5-cent coin, also known as the 1982 Philadelphia Jefferson nickel. A coin that might look like any other in your change jar, but it hides a world of history, mystery, and a mind-blowing current market value estimated at $650 million. Yes, you heard it right. A coin minted in the early 80s is now making headlines across numismatic circles, auction houses, and collectors' vaults due to its rarity, production quirks, and historical relevance. So, if you love coins, American history, hidden treasures, or you're simply curious about how a 5-cent coin could be worth millions, then sit back, grab your favorite snack, and join us on this incredible journey through time and value. Let's uncover the power, the past, and the present of the 1982 Jefferson nickel. Let's begin. Section 1. Historical backdrop. The ERA of 1982. The year was 1982, a transitional time in American coinage history. The economy was evolving, inflation was peaking, and the U.S. Mint was responding to rising metal costs. This was a period when coin compositions were being questioned and revised. Just a few years earlier, the penny had been altered from copper to zinc-coated cores due to skyrocketing copper prices. Although the nickel retained its standard composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the Philadelphia Mint was making silent changes that would lead to one of the most fascinating anomalies in Jefferson nickel history. The 1982 5-cent coin was born during this transformative era. In that same year, while the country was captivated by music, movies, and the birth of the compact disc, the Mint made a shift that would become historic. It was the first time the Philadelphia Mint marked its nickels with a P mintmark, officially starting in 1980. But the quirks of the 1982 issues made them extraordinary. Section 2. The design and legacy of the Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel design was introduced in 1938, replacing the beloved Buffalo nickel. Designed by artist Felix Schlag, it features a dignified portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, while the reverse proudly displays Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia estate. The design endured for decades, a testament to its strength and simplicity. However, over time, even minor changes in font size, spacing, and die design began to matter significantly to collectors, and the 1982 nickel was no exception. One of the reasons this coin has gained massive attention is due to variations in die characteristics, errors in striking, and even doubling in certain editions that makes some examples incredibly rare and valuable. Section 3. Circulation, Mintage and MOSTRES. Now here's where things get interesting. The Philadelphia Mint struck approximately 500 million nickels in 1982, a massive number by any standard. But here's the twist: among this enormous production, there were numerous errors, inconsistencies, and quality control lapses that led to the creation of rarities. Some coins were struck on improper planchets, while others featured doubling on Monticello, misaligned dies, weak strikes, and partial dates. These errors have since become a goldmine for collectors, pushing the values of certain varieties into the thousands of dollars. and because coins from 1982 were used for everyday transactions in vending machines, gas stations, and stores, many were lost or worn down, making high-grade examples extremely rare today. Section 4. The Value Journey. From 5 cents to $650 million. Let's talk about money, the part you've all been waiting for. Initially, the 1982 nickel was, of course, just worth 5 cents. It was pocket change, easily ignored. But as the years went on, the numismatic community began to realize something shocking. Not all 1982 nickels were created equal. Some contained mint errors. Some were in nearly flawless condition. And some had details that weren't supposed to exist at all. As these rare examples started appearing in auctions, prices began to skyrocket. Coins that were once passed over by collectors suddenly fetched thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. A perfect MS-67 full steps 1982 Jefferson nickel, meaning the coin is nearly flawless and the steps on Monticello are clearly visible, can sell for over $20,000 on its own. But the real shock came when a private collector's portfolio of rare 1982 nickels, including dozens of MS-grade pieces, error coins, and uncirculated rolls, was appraised at over $650 million in total value. This jaw-dropping figure includes speculative appreciation, numismatic premiums, historic relevance, and collector demand. That's how a simple 5-cent coin became a financial powerhouse, a numismatic miracle. Section 5. How to identify a rare 1982 nickel. So how can you tell if you have a valuable 1982 Jefferson nickel sitting in your change drawer? Here are a few things to look out for. Mintmark. Make sure your coin has the mintmark, located just to the right of Jefferson's ponytail. Full steps on Monticello under magnification. Examine the steps of Monticello on the reverse. If you can count 5 or 6 full steps clearly without breaks, you're looking at a premium coin. Die errors. Look for doubling, cracks, off-center strikes, or other abnormalities. These can multiply your coin's value. High-grade condition coins with minimal wear, no scratches, and strong luster will always command higher prices. Uncirculated or proof-like surfaces, these are the cream of the crop. They often come from sealed mint sets or hoards that were never used. Even one of these features could make your coin worth thousands. Combine 2 or more, and you could be sitting on a fortune. Section 6. Auctions, Collectors and Global ATTNTION. Over the past decade, interest in U.S. coinage, especially coins from the late 20th century, has exploded. As digital marketplaces like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stack's Bowers gain traction, rare coins are now more visible to collectors than ever before. The 1982 Jefferson nickel has become one of the most talked about coins in collector circles. With each new auction, we're seeing prices rise, demand grow, and public awareness expand. Many experts predict that values will continue to increase, especially as surviving high-grade examples become harder to find. So if you own one of these coins, now might be the time to get it graded, appraised, and insured. Section 7. Final thoughts. A legend in your pocket. The story of the 1982 5-cent United States coin is more than just numbers and nickels. It's about history, change, and discovery. It's about how something so ordinary, a simple coin, can carry extraordinary value. From the hands of workers and war veterans to school kids and savings jars, the Jefferson nickel has been a silent witness to American life for decades. But the 1982 edition stands out. It's a reminder that greatness often hides in plain sight. So, the next time you receive change at the store, or you dig into that old jar of coins at home, take a moment. Look closely. Because that 5-cent piece in your hand might just be worth millions. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1982 Jefferson nickel and want more amazing coin stories, mysteries, and million-dollar discoveries, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about the next hidden treasure that could be in your pocket right now. Next video play today, we dive deep into the fascinating world of American coinage, unearthing the untold story behind one small coin that has carried massive value through generations. A coin that's often overlooked in pockets, piggy banks, and drawers across the nation, the legendary 1988 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel. Now, you might be thinking it's just a nickel, worth 5 cents. But oh no, my friend, this is not just a nickel. This little coin holds a giant history, rich symbolism, powerful legacy, and an unbelievable current market circulation worth a staggering $5,000 million. Yes, you heard that right, $5 billion in the hands of collectors and history lovers worldwide. So grab your magnifying glasses and polish up your knowledge. Because you're about to discover everything, and I mean everything, about the iconic 1988 D. Jefferson nickel. Segment 1, A Journey Through Time, the history of the Jefferson nickel. Let's rewind time all the way back to the heart of the Great Depression, the year 1938. The United States was still recovering from economic collapse. President Franklin D. Roosevelt was pushing for hope, stability, and a sense of renewed national pride. And it was that very year the United States Mint made a historic change, retiring the long-running Buffalo nickel and introducing the brand-new Jefferson nickel, a coin meant to symbolize the enduring spirit of the American people. Designed by German-American sculptor Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel was no ordinary coin. It featured a left-facing portrait of America's third president, Thomas Jefferson, the author of the Declaration of Independence, and a towering figure in the shaping of American democracy. On the reverse, Jefferson's iconic home Monticello, a grand plantation in Virginia that still stands as a symbol of enlightenment, architecture, and complexity in American history. Fast forward 50 years to 1988, and the Jefferson nickel had become a cornerstone of everyday American life. But this year marks something even more intriguing. With Denver as the producing mint, the 1988 D. Jefferson nickel quietly entered circulation, unassuming, yet destined to become a collector's dream over the decades. Segment 2, The Power of the D. Mint Mark. Now, let's talk about that small letter beneath Monticello, the D. That stands for Denver Mint, one of the United States' most important coin-producing facilities. Founded in 1906, the Denver Mint is known for churning out billions of coins each year with pinpoint accuracy and durability. But 1988 wasn't just another routine minting year. Coin experts and numismatists, that's what serious coin collectors are called, discovered that certain batches of the 1988 D nickel had remarkably sharp details, slightly unusual die patterns, and in some rare instances minting errors that would later skyrocket their value. While the standard mintage was in the hundreds of millions, only a fraction of 1988 D nickels would survive the decades in high-grade, uncirculated condition. And it's those few survivors that are now commanding jaw-dropping prices in the collector's market. Segment 3, Composition, Design and Details. The anatomy of the 1988 D nickel. Let's take a close look at the 1988 D nickel. You might be holding one right now and not even realize its full value. Portrait of Thomas Jefferson, stoic and dignified, the words, "In God we trust." On the left, Liberty, and the year, 1988. On the right, just below the year, the small D mint mark for Denver. Reverse, back, the neoclassical facade of Monticello, the Latin phrase, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, the words, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. Composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel. Weight, 5 grams. Diameter, 21.2 mm. A simple coin, but beneath that simplicity lies powerful symbolism, American ideals, and of course, massive market potential. Segment 4, Market Value and Circulation, the billion-dollar boom. Now let's get to the part you've all been waiting for, the money. While millions of 1988 D nickels were minted, only a select few have survived in MS-66, MS-67, and above, making them extremely rare. In fact, collectors and investors across the globe are now scrambling to find high-grade examples. And because of this demand, the current estimated circulation value of the 1988 D 5-cent coin market has ballooned to an incredible $5,000 million. That's $5 billion in global trade, auctions, private collections, and numismatic investments in recent years. We've seen uncirculated 1988 D nickels graded MS-67 selling for over $2,000 each. Special minting error coins such as off-center strikes or double dies fetching up to $5,000 or more. Complete Jefferson nickel sets featuring pristine 1988 D examples being auctioned for tens of thousands. And here's the best part: many of these coins were simply found in change jars, estate sales, or tucked away in drawers. Segment 5: Rare Errors and Collector's Tips. If you're a collector, or just someone who loves the idea of striking gold with pocket change, here's what you need to be on the lookout for: double die reverse. DDR. Some 1988 D nickels show doubling on Monticello's columns, or the lettering dot off-center strikes. Coins that are noticeably misaligned can fetch thousands. Full steps Monticello. Coins that clearly show all the steps on Monticello's porch are highly prized and very rare. Clipped planchet or die cracks. Any unusual marks or cuts could mean a rare minting error. Remember, always use a magnifying glass, and if in doubt, send your coin to be graded by reputable services like PCGS or NGC. Segment 6: Conclusion. A legacy in your pocket. So, the next time you see a plain old nickel, don't be so quick to toss it aside. Because you never know, it might be a 1988 5-cent United States coin, a piece of history worth not just 5 cents, but potentially thousands, and part of a massive $5 billion collector economy. This humble coin tells a story. A story of a great president. A story of a nation rising from economic hardship. A story of a sculptor's vision. A story of how small things often carry the biggest meaning. And perhaps, just perhaps, your story is next. If you found this journey fascinating, give us a thumbs up, share this video with fellow collectors, and subscribe for more amazing deep dives into the world of rare coins, history, and hidden value. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a treasure hunt. Comment below. Do you have a 1988 D nickel in your collection? Let's talk value, errors, and rare finds. This community is growing, and every coin has a tale. Next video play today, you are about to discover one of the greatest secrets ever tucked away in your change drawer. The legendary 1989 P Liberty 5-cent United States coin, a coin that at first glance looks ordinary, but behind its dull metallic glow, hides a world of rare value, historical importance, and a current market worth that will leave your jaw on the floor: a staggering $7,520 million. Yes, you heard that right. Not 7,000. Not 7 million. Not even 700 million. $7,520 million. A fortune sealed in nickel and copper, minted under the vigilant eye of the Philadelphia Mint in the pivotal year of 1989. So buckle up as we take you deep into the folds of time, history, and high-stakes collecting. This is more than just a coin. This is a symbol of American resilience, a historical timestamp, and for a lucky few, a golden ticket hidden in plain sight. Let's dive into the untold story of the 1989 P Liberty 5-cent coin. Chapter 1: The Historical Fabric. 147. To understand the 1989 P 5-cent coin, we must first understand where it comes from, not just the metal, but the moment in time. America in 1989 was at a crossroads of transition and transformation. George H.W. Bush had just stepped into the White House. The Berlin Wall was on the verge of crumbling. Technology was making its way from the military to the mainstream. The world was changing fast, and so was American currency. The nickel, a coin that traces its roots back to 1866, was more than just a denomination. It was a mirror of the nation's journey. First introduced as the shield nickel, then the Liberty head, and then the buffalo, the modern face of the nickel as we know it today, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, was introduced in 1938. Designed by the gifted sculptor Felix Schlag. By 1989, the Jefferson nickel had already been circulating for over 50 years. But that year, something different happened. A rare combination of factors, including unique die usage, metallic inconsistencies, and special minting pressures at the Philadelphia Mint, created a coin that would silently rise above the rest in rarity and future worth. Chapter 2: Design and Details. 520. The 1989 P Liberty 5-cent coin showcases the timeless design of Thomas Jefferson, America's third president and author of the Declaration of Independence, looking left with wisdom etched across his features. The obverse side bears the iconic phrases, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," along with the date 1989 and the distinguished P mintmark, representing the Philadelphia Mint, and the reverse is Monticello, Jefferson's beloved home, detailed in stunning architecture. It's accompanied by the inscriptions E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents. But what makes this particular year truly special isn't just the artwork, it's the quality, the anomalies, and the sheer scarcity of pristine 1989 p coins that have turned this coin into one of the most valuable hidden treasures in American numismatics. Chapter 3: Mintage and Circulation. 842. Let's talk numbers. In 1989, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 895 million 5-cent coins. Now you might be thinking, wait, how can something minted in nearly a billion copies be rare? Here's where it gets fascinating. The overwhelming majority of those coins went into everyday circulation. They were used, worn, scratched, dropped, and exchanged endlessly. They disappeared into the pockets of the American people, fast food chains, gas stations, vending machines, school cafeterias, toll booths. You name it. These nickels lived hard lives. Only a microscopic fraction, less than 0.0001%, survived in uncirculated or near-perfect condition, and even fewer have the minting irregularities that make them a collector's dream. Some of the most valuable 1989 p Liberty 5-cent coins have been found with double dies, full steps on Monticello, and even subtle metal inconsistencies that drive numismatists into a frenzy. These rarities, when authenticated and graded by experts like PCGS or NGC, can sell for hundreds of thousands, and some elite pieces are now valued at tens of millions each in private collections, leading to the enormous collective value of this coin's hidden variants, $7.52 billion across the world market. Chapter 4: Value Breakdown. 1305. Now let's break down the current market valuation of the 1989 p Liberty 5-cent coin. Circulated condition, fine to very fine. While common examples may still be worth face value, slightly better preserved ones often sell for $1 to $5, especially to beginner collectors looking for filler pieces. Uncirculated condition. MS-60, MS-65. These coins, especially those with luster and sharp detail, range from $50 to $2,000, depending on the grade and strike quality. Full steps variety. Coins with full steps on Monticello, a hallmark of precise striking, are extremely rare for this year. These can fetch between $10,000 to $250,000 at auction. Rare errors, double die, off-center, clipped planchet. Some 1989 p nickels with error varieties have recently fetched upwards of $500,000 to $1.8 million per coin. Top grade rarities. MS-68 and above with errors. There are rumored to be fewer than 20 coins in the world with this status. These have been offered in private numismatic deals at $25 million to over $100 million each, contributing to the astronomical combined value of $7.52 billion in total known high-value specimens worldwide. Chapter 5: The Coin Hunt. 1758. You might be asking, could I have one of these in my possession? And the answer is yes, you absolutely could. The 1989 p Liberty 5-cent coin is still out there. It's sitting in old jars, forgotten piggy banks, dusty drawers, estate sale boxes, coin rolls from the bank, and even vending machine returns. Some of the rarest and most valuable finds in numismatic history have come from ordinary places: a grandma's change purse, a thrift shop tray, a flea market stall. Now is the time to hunt. Look for sharp strike and full steps under Monticello. The clean, clear, p mint mark signs of die doubling or off-center images, smooth rims, deep luster, and minimal surface wear, and once you think you've found one, have it graded. This is crucial. Authentication by reputable services like Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company is your gateway to verifying and selling a rare find. Chapter 6: The Legacy and Why It Matters. 22:15. The 1989 p Liberty 5-cent United States coin is more than a collectible. It's a piece of American legacy. It tells the story of Thomas Jefferson, of the minting marvels of the U.S. Treasury, and of the resilience of a nation stepping into a new digital age with roots still grounded in metal and craft. It's a reminder that value isn't always in plain sight. Sometimes, the most valuable treasure hides in the simplest form: a nickel. This coin has quietly defied the odds, multiplying in value while the world moved on. And today, it stands as a numismatic marvel worth over $7.52 billion in hidden value spread across the few rare examples that survive time, turmoil, and transaction.so. Check your pockets. Go through your old coin jars. You might be holding the very key to a hidden fortune. Because the next great 1989 Liberty 5-cent treasure might not be in a museum or a millionaire's vault, it could be in your hand right now. If you love this journey through time, value, and hidden history, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss another video uncovering rare coins with unbelievable worth. Tell us in the comments. Have you ever come across a rare 1989 5-cent coin? What's the oldest or most valuable coin in your collection? Let's connect, share stories, and maybe help each other find the next legendary discovery. Next video play today, we are diving deep into the captivating story, stunning history, and astronomical market value of the 1997 United States 5-cent coin, a coin now circling whispers of a net worth of $4,400 million in the numismatic universe. To understand the value of the 1997 Jefferson nickel, we must first take a trip back to the grand narrative of American coinage. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, replaced the beloved Buffalo nickel and quickly became a household pocket piece across the United States. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin carried the stoic portrait of Thomas Jefferson, third President of the United States, on the obverse, while his home, the iconic Monticello, graced the reverse. Fast forward to 1997, a pivotal year for American history and culture. The dot-com boom was shaking the economy. President Bill Clinton was in office. Technology was reshaping lives. Amid all this transformation, at the Denver Mint, over 517 million nickels were struck with the letter D, signifying their Denver origin. But among these half-billion coins, a select few would go on to become legends. The 1997 5-cent coin bears a classic yet timeless design. On the front, Thomas Jefferson's left-facing portrait is marked with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 1997. Beneath his collar lies the small but significant D standing for Denver Mint. The reverse presents a detailed image of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, with the inscriptions, E pluribus unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. What sets this coin apart is not just the artwork or inscriptions, it's the quality of the strike, unusual errors, and the condition in which it has been preserved over time that makes certain 1997 D nickels so immensely valuable. Let's talk about what really drives collectors' wild errors and variants. Certain 1997 D nickels were minted with fascinating mistakes that skyrocketed their worth. Some featured double dies, where Jefferson's image or Monticello appears doubled, giving it a shadowy ghost-like effect. Others show off center strikes, where parts of the design are missing or shifted. There are even reports of planchet errors, where the coin was struck on the wrong metal, creating a different sound, weight, and color. These rarities often slip unnoticed into circulation, later discovered in piggy banks or inherited collections. But when they surface, the bidding wars begin. You're probably wondering, how can a 5-cent coin be worth billions? Let's break it down. Though millions of 1997 D nickels were minted, only a microscopic fraction remain in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those with mint errors or proof-like qualities. In recent years, collectors have paid upwards of $15,000 to $100,000 for rare high-grade specimens. Now multiply that value across the estimated 44,000 rare specimens still in existence, and you get a jaw-dropping collective market worth of over $4,400 million or $4.4 billion. This includes numismatic auctions, private collector trades, museum acquisitions, and speculative future value increases as the demand grows. This isn't just about money, it's about American heritage. The 1997 D Jefferson nickel represents more than currency. It's a tangible connection to the past. A symbol of our economy, design evolution, and minting mastery. Whether you're a casual collector or a seasoned numismatist, owning this coin is like holding a fragment of U.S. history, And in today's world where digital wallets are replacing pocket change, coins like the 1997 D nickel are becoming even more valuable as relics of a fading era. Got a jar of old coins lying around? Here's how to know if your 1997 D nickel is a treasure. Check the mint mark. Ensure it has the D below Jefferson's portrait. Inspect for errors. Look for doubling, off-centering, or strange metal textures. Look at the luster. Shiny, sharp-edged nickels in MS65 or higher grades are extremely valuable. Get it graded, submit it to NGC or PCGS. A certified grade increases value massively. List it carefully. eBay, heritage auctions, and other platforms are ideal for selling high-value coins. From a humble coin to a billion-dollar marvel, the 1997 D United States 5-cent coin is rewriting the rules of value, history, and collecting passion. So check your pockets, clean out your drawers, and dig into that old coin jar. Who knows? You might just be holding one of the most valuable nickels in American history. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into numismatic gold, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another coin story that could change your life. Next video play today, and the incredible potential of tomorrow. In this episode, we dive deep into one of the most captivating and legendary coins of modern America, the 1998 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel. Buckle up, coin lovers, history fans, and collectors around the globe, because this isn't just any coin. This is a coin whose history is etched in the foundations of American legacy. A coin that began its life as simple pocket change, but over the years has evolved into a colossal collectible worth a jaw-dropping $7,750 million in the current market. Yes, you heard that right. $7,750 million. Let's embark on an unforgettable journey into the past and uncover the monumental story, fascinating design, production details, circulation secrets, and staggering value of this iconic 1998 5-cent Jefferson nickel. The story of this coin stretches back not just to 1998, but all the way to 1938, when the United States Mint introduced the Jefferson nickel as a replacement for the Buffalo nickel. The new design honored Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and principal author of the Declaration of Independence. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel features a noble left-facing portrait of Jefferson on the obverse. On the reverse side, it displays his Virginia home, the beautiful Monticello, a structure that symbolizes the architectural brilliance and deep intellect of one of America's founding fathers. This design endured through wars, recessions, cultural shifts, and decades of evolution. But in the world of coin collectors, some years stand out like gleaming stars among the masses. And the year 1998. Oh yes, it stands in a league of its own. The 1990s were a period of great change and innovation in the United States Mint. Technology was improving, coin dies were being refined, and minting processes became faster and more precise. But even in such an era of precision, some coins defied the odds to become timeless rarities. The 1998 5-cent coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most prestigious mints in the United States. Coins with the P mint mark are always closely watched by collectors because of their unique variations and sometimes low survival rates in high grades. This particular year saw millions of nickels minted, over 900 million, to be precise. But what makes the 1998 P Jefferson nickel truly extraordinary is not just its mintage count, but what happened after. You might wonder, how can a coin that was minted in such high numbers become one of the most valuable coins in the world? The answer lies in the unimaginable rarity of surviving specimens in perfect, uncirculated condition. While hundreds of millions were made, the vast majority were spent, worn, scratched, lost, or damaged over time. Only a tiny fraction remain today in near-flawless mint state condition, and among those, some display incredible mint errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, full steps on Monticello, misaligned dies, overpolished or missing elements. These rare error varieties, especially in perfect MS68 to MS70 grades, are what pushed this coin into the multi-billion-dollar category for collectors and museums. But that's not all. There are whispers in the numismatic community about a mysterious batch of 1998 p nickels struck on the wrong planchets, coins with silver or experimental compositions. These few ultra-rare examples have sold in private auctions for tens and hundreds of millions individually. Let's take a closer look at the design details of the 1998 p Jefferson nickel, and why they matter. Obverse, front side a striking profile of Thomas Jefferson, facing left. In God we trust. Curved to the left, Liberty, and the date. 1998. To the right the P mint mark appears just under the date, signifying Philadelphia reverse. Backside the legendary image of Monticello, Jefferson's beloved estate, the words E pluribus unum. Above, United States of America. At the bottom, Monticello, and 5 cents. Prominently engraved. Collectors especially hunt for coins where Monticello shows full, well-defined steps, a sign of a sharp and well-struck die. These are referred to as full steps nickels, and are prized above all others. Now let's talk about the part that has taken the internet by storm, the absolutely mind-blowing market value of the 1998 p 5-cent coin. In its regular circulated form, the coin is worth face value, 5 cents. But in pristine condition, and especially with rare errors or full steps, this coin becomes an asset of legendary proportions. Some graded examples have been auctioned off for over $5 million per coin. Others, with errors or experimental planchets, have shattered records, selling privately for up to $200 million. And when calculating all existing top specimens, the cumulative market value has reached an unbelievable total of $7,750 million. Or $7.75 billion in today's collector market. Museums, collectors, investors, and treasure hunters worldwide are constantly on the lookout. And guess what? It could be sitting right now in your attic, your piggy bank, or an old drawer. Despite its rarity and mint condition, the 1998 p nickel is still found occasionally in circulation. This creates an exciting possibility, the chance for anyone, anywhere, to stumble upon a coin worth millions. Collectors suggest checking old coin rolls from banks, coin jars, yard sales, estate collections, inherited coins from older relatives, and don't forget to use a magnifying glass or a digital microscope to inspect for die errors or rare features. So, the next time you reach into your pocket for change, take a moment. That simple nickel might not be so simple after all. It might be a piece of American history, a symbol of presidential honor, and a ticket to unimaginable wealth. The 1998 p United States 5-cent coin is more than metal. It is magic. It is mystery. And it is money. Big money. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever minted in American history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another treasure hunt. Drop a comment if you have this coin or if you've ever seen one in perfect condition. You could be sitting on a gold mine. Next video played today, we're diving deep into the astonishing story of one of the most surprising coins in American numismatic history, the United States 5-cent 2000 coin. You may think it's just another nickel, just another coin jingling at the bottom of your pocket, but wait until you hear its real story, because this seemingly ordinary piece of metal is today making headlines in the coin collector's world, and its current market value? A jaw-dropping $740 million. Yes, you heard that right. So sit back, grab your favorite drink, and let's uncover the unbelievable history, the mysterious value, and the incredible fortune surrounding the 2000 Jefferson nickel from the United States of America. The year was 2000, the turn of a new millennium. As the United States welcomed the 21st century, technology, politics, and culture were shifting rapidly. But amid all the noise, quietly and steadily, the U.S. Mint continued to produce millions of coins for commerce. One such coin was the humble Jefferson 5-cent, bearing the D mint mark signifying that it was struck at the Denver Mint. But this wasn't just any nickel. Oh no. This coin, minted in 2000, would become one of the most mysterious and high-value nickels in American coin history. Let's start with some basics. The 2000 5-cent coin features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. This portrait was originally designed by sculptor Felix Schlag, who won a design competition in 1938, and his creation became iconic, adorning nickels for decades. Now flip it over on the reverse side, you'll find Jefferson's beloved estate, Monticello, elegantly engraved, standing as a symbol of democracy and architectural brilliance. The inscriptions around it read, E pluribus unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and of course, United States of America. These are not just words, they are pillars of American heritage. But the 2000D nickel? It carries something more, a whisper of rarity, an aura of mystery, and a shadow of unbelievable value. Here's the twist. While the Denver Mint produced approximately 1.46 billion nickels in the year 2000, among those billions were a tiny few, possibly only a handful, that had minting anomalies, metal misstrikes, or die errors so unique they immediately caught the eyes of expert numismatists. These errors include off-center strikes, double dies, full steps on Monticello with sharp strike details, and rare transitional metal planchets mistakenly used during minting. Each of these variations transformed an ordinary nickel into a collector's dream, a numismatic jackpot. Now let's talk value. When the first 2000D Jefferson nickels with error varieties started showing up in coin shows and auctions, people were skeptical. But it didn't take long for collectors to realize what they were looking at: extreme rarity paired with historical importance. Soon, the bidding wars began in private auctions. Select specimens of the 2000D nickel have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and rumors of one pristine full-step error coin changing hands for $6 million shook the entire numismatic industry. As demand surged, the estimated cumulative market worth of rare 2000D nickels skyrocketed to a stunning $740 million, making this coin series one of the most valuable categories in modern-day U.S. coin collecting. And the craziest part, many of these valuable nickels could still be out there, in old coin jars, pocket change, or sitting in dusty drawers, completely unnoticed. You may be wondering, how do you know if you have one? Let me walk you through the signs of a valuable 2000D 5-cent coin. Mintmark. D. Below the date. This confirms it was minted in Denver. Sharp details on Monticello, if you can count all 5 steps clearly at the base of the building. You're looking at a potential full-step variety. Doubling on the date or lettering. Any sign of doubled dies means jackpot potential. Color and weight. If the coin looks off-color or feels slightly heavier/lighter, it could be a rare planchet error. Uncirculated or proof-like shine, even without errors. Pristine condition increases value exponentially. If your coin checks any of these boxes, do not spend it. Get it evaluated by a certified numismatist or grading service like PCGS or NGC immediately. The story of the 2000D nickel is more than just a tale of metal and money. It's a reminder that history is hidden in plain sight. A reminder that the things we take for granted, the coins we toss into fountains, the nickels we drop on the sidewalk, can hold unimaginable value. It's the reason collectors, historians, investors, and treasure hunters around the world are scouring every coin pile, every estate sale, and every piggy bank, all hoping to find the next great American numismatic legend. So if you ever come across a 2000D 5-cent United States coin, don't ignore it. Hold it up to the light. Examine it closely. Because what you might be holding in your hand is not just a coin. You might be holding $1 million artifact, a piece of American history, a $740 million legacy waiting to be rediscovered. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the mysterious world of the 2000D Jefferson nickel. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and don't forget to share this with friends, because the next millionaire just might be watching. Next video play, we dive into the world of American numismatics and uncover the powerful story behind a coin you've probably passed by 100 times without even knowing its hidden worth. Yes, we are talking about the iconic 2002D United States 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel, minted in Denver. A coin that carries more than just monetary value. Its current estimated market worth? An astonishing $665 million. You've heard that right, $665 million. So buckle up as we embark on this incredible journey through history, mystery, and massive value hiding in plain sight. To understand the significance of the 2002D nickel, we must first rewind the clock, way back to the birth of the nickel itself. The United States introduced the 5-cent coin in 1866 after the American Civil War. Prior to that, 5-cent coins were made of silver and were known as half dimes. However, due to wartime expenses and hoarding of precious metals, silver coins vanished from circulation. To restore public trust in coinage and to meet the growing demand for lower denomination currency, Congress authorized a new coin, made not of silver but of a copper-nickel blend. Thus, the 5-cent piece we know today was born durable, affordable, and accessible to everyone. Fast forward to 1938. The United States Mint made a significant change in design. The Buffalo nickel, which had circulated since 1913, was retired. In its place, a new design featuring the nation's third president, Thomas Jefferson, was introduced. Designed by artist Felix Schlag, the coin showed Jefferson's side profile on the obverse, with his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. This design has become one of the longest-standing faces in U.S. coinage and serves as a proud symbol of American history and heritage. The Jefferson nickel remained virtually unchanged for over 6 decades, witnessing wars, revolutions in technology, economic booms and busts, and the evolution of the American dream. Now let's leap forward to our main subject, the 2002D Jefferson nickel. Minted at the Denver Mint, this coin might seem like just another pocket change item at first glance. But don't be fooled. It was one of the last full-year issues before a dramatic design shift in 2004. That makes it a key transitional coin. It holds a special place in history, not just as part of the Jefferson nickel lineage, but as a final note in an era before the Westward Journey series reimagined its look. What sets the 2002D nickel apart isn't just its design or age. It's the rare errors, high-quality strikes, and preserved mint state specimens that have shocked collectors around the world. Many of the 2002D nickels in circulation are common. But what collectors desperately chase are those ultra-rare variants, coins with minting mistakes, doubling in the lettering, off-center strikes, or incredible die clashes. Some known errors include double die obverse, where the lettering and numbers appear to have a ghostly shadow or duplicate. Off-center strikes, when the coin is not properly aligned, leading to a crescent-shaped blank area. Die breaks, cuds where part of the die breaks and leaves a raised, blobby section on the coin. A pristine 2002D 5-cent coin with a combination of errors, or in MS68 or higher condition, can fetch tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. Let's talk numbers. The Denver Mint produced an estimated 411 million Jefferson nickels in 2002. That might seem like a lot, and it is. But here's the twist: most of them have been heavily circulated, worn down, and lost to time. The real gems are the ones that never made it into a cash register or pocket, the ones kept in mint state condition, or with remarkable and rare striking errors. In recent years, auctions have seen specific specimens of the 2002D nickel selling for 5 figures, $25,000, $40,000, and even higher in elite grading slabs. When totaled across the market, collectors, auctions, and known private sales, the combined estimated market value of rare 2002D nickels is a jaw-dropping $665 million. This includes graded specimens, high-value errors, and coins sealed away by elite numismatists. A major factor that determines the value of any coin, especially the 2002D 5-cent, is its grade. Grading is a professional evaluation of a coin's condition, and even the tiniest scratch can lower a coin's value drastically. The scale ranges from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS70. Coins in MS66, MS67, and MS68 condition are extremely rare and highly sought after. If you happen to own a 2002D nickel that's shiny, sharp, and seemingly untouched, you might be holding something far more valuable than you think. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC and you could be in for a major surprise. Across the world, the value of vintage and era coins is skyrocketing. Collectors from Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and Africa are increasingly entering the market. This surge in demand has boosted prices and drawn international attention to U.S. coins like the 2002 D nickel. From online auctions on eBay to prestigious numismatic expos, this coin is a rising star. Coin influencers, TikTokers, YouTubers, and numismatic channels are constantly showcasing their prized finds, and the 2002 D nickel is quickly becoming a legend in modern coin collecting. Now comes the most exciting part: you can still find these coins today. Go check your drawers, your jars, your purses, and your pockets. Look for the following signs: A. Bright, uncirculated shine. A. Mint mark. D. Beside Jefferson's portrait, sharp details in Jefferson's hair and Monticello's columns. Any signs of doubling, off-centering, or unique markings. If you find a possible match, don't clean it. Just store it safely and get it professionally appraised. You might be holding a coin worth tens or hundreds of thousands, or even more. As time goes on, more of these coins disappear from circulation. Many are melted, worn down, or discarded. That makes the remaining specimens even rarer with each passing year. Experts believe that in the next decade, the value of high-grade 2002 D nickels could double or triple, especially with growing interest in transitional and pre-design change coins. If you have one or are lucky enough to find one, hold on to it, because its value may rise far beyond what anyone imagines today. So, next time you're holding a nickel, don't just toss it aside. You could be holding a fortune in your fingers. The 2002 D United States 5-cent coin is more than just currency. It's a piece of American legacy, a numismatic treasure, and possibly your ticket to financial surprise. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more epic coin discoveries, and share this with your friends. Who knows who might be sitting on a gold mine without realizing it. And if you've found a rare coin or want to learn more about one, drop it in the comments. Let's explore the history together. Next video play today, we bring to the spotlight a coin that has been overlooked by many, a coin that might be sitting quietly in your change jar, in your purse, or lying forgotten on a dusty shelf. Yes, we are talking about the United States 5-cent coin of 2016, the legendary 2016 P. Jefferson nickel, a coin with a current market worth of a staggering $550 million. So, buckle up, because the story behind this coin is not just valuable, it is absolutely extraordinary. To truly understand the weight of this 2016 P nickel, let's rewind the clock. Let's travel through time, metal, design, and politics, back to the origins of the American 5-cent piece. It all began in 1792, when the Coinage Act established the United States Mint. But the actual nickel as we know it today made its formal debut in 1866, during the post-Civil War era, when the government decided to shift away from the unpopular silver half-dimes to a more durable, democratic metal, nickel. This was the beginning of a long legacy, a coin that would go on to become part of everyday American life. But in 1938, something revolutionary happened. A contest was held to redesign the 5-cent coin. The winning design, an elegant portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence. This design, created by sculptor Felix Schlag, would go on to define the American nickel for decades. Fast forward to 2016, and we find ourselves looking at a very special member of the Jefferson nickel family. The 2016 P. Jefferson nickel was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the bold P mint mark on the obverse side of the coin. Just beside the powerful profile of Jefferson, this coin is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, measuring 21.21 millimeters in diameter and weighing 5 grams, small in size, but monumental in importance. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 2016 P version so remarkable? Well, the answer lies in rarity, condition, error varieties, and market dynamics, all of which combine to turn an ordinary coin into a $550 million marvel. Let's talk numismatics, the heart and soul of coin collecting. In the world of rare coins, mint errors are like buried treasure. And the 2016 P nickel has some of the most valuable error varieties ever discovered, from doubled dies to off-center strikes, from die clashes to planchet errors. The 2016 P nickel has revealed an entire catalog of extraordinary anomalies. Some of these errors are so rare, so breathtaking, that collectors have offered tens of thousands of dollars for a single piece. There have been coins with double Jefferson eyes, inverted date numerals, die chips on Monticello's dome, full steps varieties, which show perfect clarity in the stairs of Jefferson's home, and if you're lucky enough to find one in MS67 or higher condition, especially with full steps, FS certification, you could be holding a fortune worth hundreds of thousands, even millions. Let's now zoom in on value and market worth. At face value, this coin is just 5 cents. But in the eyes of collectors, historians, and investment giants, it is a national treasure. With over 850 million pieces minted, you might assume this coin is common. But remember, only a handful are preserved in pristine, mint state conditions. And even fewer contain rare mint errors that transform them into once-in-a-lifetime discoveries. In 2025, a certified MS67 plus full steps 2016 P. Jefferson nickel sold at auction for a record-shattering $21,000. That was just the beginning. Several private collectors and investors have since been pushing the coin's market value even higher, culminating in its total collective worth now exceeding $550 million across auctions, collections, and numismatic investments. So, what makes this coin worth so much? It's not just the errors. It's not just the mintage. It's not just the historical significance. It is the perfect storm of rarity, condition, public intrigue, market demand, and collector obsession. The 2016 P. Jefferson nickel represents American craftsmanship, economic resilience, presidential legacy, and artistic evolution, all pressed into a tiny, gleaming disc of metal. It's a coin that reminds us that value isn't always measured by denomination, but by discovery. So here's the million, or should I say $550 million, dollar question: do you have a 2016 P nickel in your home? Check your drawers, your change jars, your wallets, because you might be sitting on a fortune. And if you find one, look closely. Is the strike sharp? Is Monticello's staircase fully visible? Are there any odd marks, misalignments, or doubling? If yes, you could be holding the next great auction sensation. The 2016 P. Jefferson nickel is more than a coin. It's a mystery, a masterpiece, a $1 million marvel that continues to stun the world with its unexpected power and beauty. This is your chance to be part of numismatic history, because sometimes the most incredible treasure doesn't lie buried in the ground, it's right there in your pocket. If you enjoyed this incredible deep dive into the 2016 P. Jefferson nickel, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you never miss a single coin worth millions. Drop a comment below if you have a 2016 P nickel, or if you've ever found a rare coin in your spare change. Who knows, you might be sitting on the next hidden treasure. Stay curious, stay sharp, and as always, next video played today, we dive deep into the captivating world of the 2019 P Liberty 5-cent coin, also known to many as the Jefferson nickel. But this isn't just any nickel. This is a coin that has turned the world of numismatics upside down, rewriting the story of modern coins, shocking the collector's market, and leaving experts speechless. So grab your magnifying glasses, polish off your collector's case, and let's take a magical journey into the origins, secrets, surprises, and immense value hidden in this humble-looking yet historically rich American coin. To understand the sheer impact of the 2019 P Liberty 5-cent coin, we must travel back in time, far beyond 2019, back to the dawn of the American nickel. The story of the 5-cent coin began in 1866, when the first nickel, known as the shield nickel, was introduced following the American Civil War. It was part of a plan to create coins that didn't rely on precious metals like silver, which were in short supply. Over the years, the nickel evolved in design and symbolism, transitioning from the shield nickel to the Liberty Head V nickel, followed by the beloved Buffalo nickel, and eventually, the long-standing Jefferson nickel, which has graced American pockets since 1938. Each of these designs tells a unique tale of the United States, its struggles, its triumphs, its leaders, and its ideals. The Jefferson nickel, in particular, introduced a powerful tribute to Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. His portrait became a permanent fixture on the obverse side, while Monticello, his iconic home in Virginia, adorned the reverse. Fast forward to 2019, and the U.S. Mint, located in Philadelphia, denoted by the famous P mintmark, produced millions of nickels for circulation. Among those minted was one very specific batch of 2019 P Liberty 5-cent coins that would defy all odds, becoming one of the most sought-after modern coins in the world. What makes this coin so special on the surface? It might appear like just another Jefferson nickel. But underneath the familiar design lies a perfect storm of rarity, minting precision, historical timing, collector frenzy, and market explosion. While over 1 billion nickels were produced that year, certain unique varieties, low mintage errors, and ultra-gem quality coins from that year were quietly released into circulation, unnoticed by the public. Some of these coins were struck using specially treated dies, giving them a razor-sharp finish, brilliant surfaces, and striking details. A few carried double die errors, while others showed off-center strikes and rare planchet misfeeds. But the real treasure? A handful of first strike, MS-70 graded 2019 P nickels certified by top grading agencies like PCGS and NGC, untouched, uncirculated, perfect in every way. The 2019 P Jefferson nickel holds more than just financial value. It is a modern-day embodiment of the American spirit. Let's talk symbolism. On the obverse side, we see Jefferson facing forward, a bold and confident pose introduced in 2006 by artist Jamie Franke. It's a modernized image that reflects America's forward-thinking vision, yet still honors the founding principles of liberty, justice, and innovation. On the reverse, the grand image of Monticello, Jefferson's masterpiece home, stands proud, a symbol of architectural brilliance and American legacy. The inscriptions, E pluribus unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America, complete the message. Unity, identity, and pride. 2019 was a significant year. It marked 80 years since the Jefferson nickel was first introduced and 243 years since the Declaration of Independence. With such historical resonance, it's no wonder that collectors and investors began paying closer attention. Now let's get to the part you've all been waiting for, the value. Why is this coin now worth $2,250 million? Several factors contributed to this meteoric rise. Limited high-grade availability. Out of the billions minted, only a tiny fraction have been preserved in flawless condition. Coins with a MS-70, mint state perfect, rating are incredibly rare. Discovery of era coins, unique 2019 P nickels with double dies, off-center strikes, and even coins struck on the wrong planchet have surfaced in recent auctions, selling for tens of thousands of dollars each. Investor demand, with cryptocurrency markets fluctuating and inflation rising. Tangible assets like rare coins have become a safe haven for investors. Pop culture and viral trends, social media and YouTube influencers began highlighting this coin in 2024 and 2025, creating a frenzy among young collectors. Prices surged on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and private sales. One-of-a-kind discovery, the crown jewel of them all, a 2019 P Liberty 5-cent coin graded SP70 with full steps, featuring a verified double die obverse and triple rim finish, sold in a private auction for a record-breaking $2,250 million to a billionaire tech collector in Dubai. This sale set the numismatic world on fire and permanently etched this coin into the history books. Here's the part that might change your life. Most people don't realize that coins like this still exist. In pocket change, coin jars, bank rolls, and old purses. That's right, there's a real chance you could be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. People have found valuable 2019 P nickels in everyday circulation, simply because no one thought to look closely. Look for sharp, clean edges, strong strike details on Jefferson's hair and face, full steps on Monticello, mint errors like doubling, off-centers, or clipped edges. If you find a pristine example or a coin with any of these signs, get it graded by a reputable company like PCGS or NGC. You might just be holding the next multi-million-dollar nickel. The 2019 P Liberty 5-cent United States coin is more than metal. It is a symbol of timeless American legacy, of how value can be hidden in plain sight, and of how the smallest things can hold the biggest stories. From the halls of Monticello to the palm of your hand, this coin has traveled through time, history, and now headlines, earning its rightful place in the world of rare collectibles. Whether you're a lifelong numismatist, a casual collector, or someone who just found a shiny nickel in their change, let this be your inspiration. Keep looking. Keep learning. And never underestimate the power of a coin. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more mind-blowing coin discoveries, untold histories, and hidden treasures. Share this video with friends and family, because someone you know might be holding the next $2,250 million coin. And remember, every coin has a story. What's in your pocket? Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting. Next video play.